Yo, 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 how's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 13 of Sir Brant Does Stuff in the year 1134. That's definitely the name of this game, right?
It's the hell year.
Oh, dude, oh, it is! Oh, it is! You flip it upside down, dude, that's smart. Wow, I didn't even realize that. So welcome back to hell. We are going to school. It was our first day. We went to a noble party and we learned about all these different dynasties or dynasties, however you want to say it. Or if you're like Brent, you'll just randomly switch it up in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so funny because I've always said it dynasty all the time, but I've also heard a lot of other people say dynasty before. Yeah, so yeah, we're talking to Father Ulrich, and if I remember correctly, he was a little, a little quiet and a little, Michael Jackson-y. just a tiny bit.
Don't be a green.
Inquisitors, bring those who may yet listen to their lots, and leave the others to their champions of faith.
I can't remember if I was narrating or if you were narrating.
I think it was me.
Okay, well then, Brett, take us away.
The black-clad Inquisitors descend from the podium and approach the people who chose to stay with nothing but their words. They make people stop shouting and start listening. The uproar ceases quickly. They have dissected the crowd, split it into smaller groups, and surround each Inquisitor. One of the Inquisitors chooses to approach you.
I'm just imagining, like, someone actually dissecting the entire crowd. Like just like how you had to do in school with, like, the frogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever had to do that, but I had to, and it was
Mine
disgusting.
was a cow's eye.
Oh, dude, we did the cow's eye, we did frogs, and we did, oh god, what did we do? It was either a rodent of some sort, or I know we did a couple bugs, I think. Yeah. It's really gross, though.
Just the eye. It's kind of funny because now I just deal with cutting things.
Yeah, right? You loved it so much, it became your day job.
He is a humble-looking man of age with a rough haircut. He looks you straight in the eye as his lively, soulful voice forces you to listen to his words despite yourself. Okay.
I have no idea. Jeremiah Hag.
No. My name is Father Jeremiah. I know your thoughts were stirred by the patriarch's words. You are not sure whom to trust, but I teach this at the seminary. I have been studying the teachings of the twins my entire life. You can trust me. I know you can hear what I have to say. I see their light in your eyes, the light of true faith. Will you listen to my counsel, my son? I don't know what kind of voice that is, but it's kind of fun.
Honestly, I think it suited him pretty well.
You feel no malice in the words of the Inquisitor Jeremiah. You only hope. It is his lot to aid you, to guide you away from the error that you set on your path of the true faith. He is the priest, so he should know the truth, or perhaps the Inquisitor himself is in the wrong.
Ooh. So what are we doing? We get to listen to his counsel. Our theology will go up +1. We could debate him. Master debate him, Our eloquence will go up by 1. Or we can resist him, which doesn't sound very good. I mean, it sounds good that you're resisting him, but at the same time, it doesn't. Yeah, it's one of those things. But our diplomacy goes up by 1, so I mean that's good. I don't know. So this guy, right? Like this guy that we're talking to, he's of the new faith, right? Like he's the guy who's like, is this the guy who's like, oh, the lots suck and stuff?
I thought this was the Inquisitor. He's the Inquisitor.
Is that...
He's on the side that's saying the old faith, I believe.
Oh, okay, so he's on the side of, like, the OG faith.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, the lot is good, and yeah. I feel like, if that's the case, I feel like resisting him is...
Or
kind of the
either
better
that or debate him.
thing.
Yeah.
Or debate him, yeah. It just depends what we want up, right? The only reason I kind of want to go resist him is just because at least from the beginning of this, it seems like we are very low in a lot of stats, and I kind of want to focus on, you know, getting as many points into the ones that we actually have a chance of, you know, getting to a point where it might actually help us, because I think everything that's below 9, or 0 to 9 is, like, not good.
Yeah.
Right? So if we do this, then our diplomacy goes up +1, and then we'll be at 10, which is into, like, the next tier of, like, oh, your diplomacy is, like, okay, or something. But, I don't know, man.
Go with resist.
All right, we're gonna resist him. Hell yeah. Hells to the yeah. You strike a pose of authority, and I, Father Jeremiah, sharply. Inquisitors cannot order people around, you say. It is not within the lot of the clergy. Only nobles can give you orders. Look at that finger, dude. You know where we're gonna shove it, right?
It's master hand.
Yeah, man, right up his ideologies. Hell yeah. Just squeeze our finger.
Master debating.
Yeah, well, yes, we might. I mean, you know, we're already kind of in that fist kind of shape, right? I mean, we're being fancy. We should really put the pinky out, and then we're being fancy with our master debating. The other commoners look at you in terror. You have just defied an inquisitor. However, Father Jeremiah still looks at you without any of the anger you had expected.
Now I completely forgot the voice already, but my son, your words do indeed contain a germ of truth. I am the Inquisitor of the clergy, and by the will of the twins, I cannot give you any orders. But know this, the Inquisition does not imprison everyone suspected of heresy. We exist to protect souls, to guide and save them. We pursue dangerous doctrines and seek to rescue every soul we meet.
So Brent, I want you to read this entire thing again, but I want you to do it in Spanish, so you can be the Spanish Inquisition.
Arrest or execution is our last resort, reserved for only sinners beyond redemption. You can see that I'm merely speaking to you right now. I have not resorted to force, nor am I giving you any orders. But if the need arises, I will summon the champions of faith. Nobles who will be there to give orders and punish those who defy the church.
I summon the champions of faith in attack mode. God, oh, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh is my life right now. Oh.
But as long as you're not calling for the overthrow of faith, you are safe from them. And as you said, it is not within my lot to give you orders. You are free to go, but expect no mercy in the hereafter, for after we die, there will be none.
Oh, wait, is he just, like, revoking our... Oh, it feels like he's kind of revoking our last, like, extra life that we have. He's like, all right, you made me mad, so boom, now if you're dead, you're dead. With a bitter smile, the Inquisitor leaves you and proceeds further. You leave the square freely, your dignity preserved. The remaining people in the square continue arguing with the other Inquisitors. Armed champions of faith stand nearby, but they do not intervene. Luke and his retinue can no longer be seen. Only one thing keeps nagging at you, Father Jeremiah's words about how there will be no mercy in the hereafter. Cool. Hey, dude, we're in promising now. So that's good, right? You know, our diplomacy is at least at the next rank, so I guess that means we might be able to do stuff. So that's good for what it's worth.
We gotta get to 13 now.
Yeah, right? Let's, you know what? Screw it. Let's just, let's stop the role-playing and just do diplomacy. Patriarch Luke's sermons have converted many commoners and nobles of the mantle to the new faith. There are now several temples in Eterna that follow the new canons, with Luke's blessing. This has led to no small amount of anger among the followers of the old faith. 2 mighty bishops of the church lead the new faith. One of them is Luke, the Patriarch of Arknea himself, spiritual mentor of the capital province. He preaches all across Arknea, his every sermon adding to the new faith's flock. The other leader of the new faith is Patriarch Junis Diamant. Hailing from a great Arknean dynasty, he is the de facto ruler of Astinia province. Adored by his subjects, he has founded the Holy Order anew. Junius Diamant rarely preaches, but people believe the Astinian Patriarch attends to the needs of all who convert to the new faith. This schism, how do you say schism? Schism, yeah. I've heard it like schism school. Before. Yeah.
Schism school.
This schism within the church is growing. The split has furthered the divide between the commoners and the nobles, though thankfully there has been no direct conflict as of yet. But has become clear. Oh wow, that's fantastic. But has become clear that there is no way to stop the steady advance of the new faith. Born from the death of Patriarch Photis, it grows stronger by the day. So I have a feeling that the rest of this chapter is going to be about this whole, like, you know, new faith versus the old faith thing. And then at the end of it, I think that's when shit's gonna hit the fan, and the final chapter the next chapter is going to be like war, maybe,
the tension's rising.
Yeah, tension's rising, and then it'll get to a point either where like there's a giant war and everyone just kind of dies, probably including us, or it's going to, like, I don't know, we'll step in as our hero role and save everyone, and you know, the only thing about it is that we don't have I don't think we have plot armor.
Our order
in this game,
church
so
went down. Yeah.
Our church went up. So we started at like -3.
Order went down. I get it.
Our order went down. Yes, we're not as good at ordering pizza anymore. Like we stutter a few times, you know, instead of just saying, "Hey, I want an extra large pepperoni pizza." Now we're like, "Can I get an extra large pepperoni pizza?"
I use an app for that.
Nice. I do too. Who calls in to order pizza nowadays? Jeez Louise. The next few weeks pass by in hard work in preparation for the coming entrance exam at the Imperial College. You grow more and more exhausted with each passing day, so much so that one night you fall asleep while studying another book. When you finally come to, you decide it is high time to get some recreation outside. The city of Eterna amazes you as you stroll through its splendid streets. It is another night, a different night, yet the city is beautiful still. The shining pillar is a slice of light against the dark night sky. The lamps on the facades of the buildings are lit. Night descends upon the capital. You don't feel like going back to your books tonight. Recently, you made the acquaintance of several young men. They are children of nobles of the mantle just like you, sent to the capital to earn their noble titles at the college.
Titties.
I was about to read this as titties, and I was... Yeah, you went to the capital to earn your noble titties. your noble Lady Demetrescu titties. Oh boy. You decide to seek the titties out. Your new friends are having a late dinner on the next street over, loudly discussing their plans for the night. Some speak eagerly of a dueling club where you can see the most skilled and ardent duelers in the Empire doing what they do best. You have never seen professional duelers fight. It must be far more exciting than Father's fencing lessons or that fight in the ruins in Anazote. If luck favors you, perhaps you can even make useful contacts among the noble families in the capital. The others try to convince the rest to take a trip to a certain secret salon. The establishment is expecting a guest tonight, they say, a young lady who speak about the true state of affairs in the Empire. Alright, dude, that's like 2 spelling mistakes in like in a
The young
couple
lady-
pages.
Yeah.
The young lady who speak about the unless it makes sense if lady was plural. The young ladies who speak about makes sense, but or the young lady who speaks about.
It should
But
be
the-
a young lady whom speaks about, or whom. Yeah, that should.
I don't. Honestly, I've never known when to use who or whom. That's one of the things that I've just never learned.
Me neither. But it
Yeah.
feels better if you said whom rather than who.
Probably. There are many questions about the nature of the place and identity of the mysterious speaker, but the young men have only one answer. They are forbidden to speak about this outside the club. Is it Fight Club? Is that the club they're going to? Fight
It's
Club?
I think that's what they're going to. 'Cause it's-
Yeah.
But they, yeah.
However, they can take you there as long as you aren't afraid to learn a dangerous truth. There are others still drinking their fill of wine rather than eating. Fencing, they say. Speeches? Nonsense! The place you ought to go tonight, they claim, is the Markian Society, a gathering for those of common estate but uncommon opinions that offers pleasures for everyone. Pleasures of the ballot, pleasures of drink, pleasures of the cannibalism. Is this not heresy and a crime? Perhaps.
So it is Resident Evil 8.
It is, yeah, exactly right. Perhaps, and yet some of your newfound friends are eager to go there. In the end, your group splits in 3 to spend the night as they see fit. What will it be? A contest featuring the best fencers in Eterna, an establishment both mysterious and dangerous, or an encounter with people who defy their lot with audacity? You weigh your options. Brent, do we go to the dueling club? Our valor will go up by 1.
We'll have 10.
Well, we will have 10 for that, so that is something probably that's good. We could go to the secret salon. Our scheming will go up by 1. All right, I feel like that's just being like
one step closer to Mr. Burns.
Yeah, man, like one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break, right? Or we can go to the Markian Society. I don't want to do this one. It's theology. I feel like is nothing that we are. What even is theology?
Like religion.
Yeah.
I forget what you call it. It's basically like a religious stuff.
Okay, yeah,
the
I feel
understanding of religious things, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like we're not very
Christians.
religious. I don't think so. I don't know. I'm down for either one of these, going to the dueling club or going to the secret salon. I'm probably more leaning towards the dueling club so that we can get our valor into the 10 range.
Yeah, I'd say dueling club because the secret salon sounds boring.
It does. I mean, well, they did say it's an establishment both mysterious and dangerous. So I mean, it might be exciting, but the dueling club, that's the thing, right? Like, how mysterious and dangerous is it gonna be? Like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, Brent, are we locking this in? Go to the dueling club. All right, dude. I've wanted to go to dueling club ever since I started up Yu-Gi-Oh again. So I hope we can. Get some good monster cards there, maybe magic cards, trap cards, Blue Eyes White Dragon. You know?
This makes me think of the duel arena in every Star Ocean. Specifically, Star Ocean Second Story is the one I think of first.
I've never played Star Ocean.
I know, but there's a battle arena where you fight enemies in each Star Ocean.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, that's the only thing because it's all with swords and all that. Anyways, you march down the streets toward the dueling club, which is located in a manor house. Decorated rather modestly on the outside, but lavishly on the inside. One of your newfound friends nods to the servants, and they let you in. The rooms are stuffy, noisy, and filled with tobacco smoke. The sitting room is enormous. In the center of the arena, a circle with wooden railings. 2 young nobles are fighting there already. You take a glass of wine from a servant and watch them fight from one of the many soft chairs. Okay, I thought they were fighting in the soft chairs, but you're watching it from.
Could you imagine? You're just like you've got a giant ass arena, and you just put two chairs like really close to each other, like facing each other, and they're just like fencing, like. Oh, that'd be so funny.
You cannot bear a sword yet, but nobody says you cannot watch. As soon as the dueler is wounded, the fight ends, but the way the fight still makes the audience gasp and scream in awe. When the dueler is too slow to dodge, the duel ends with a bright red line cut through the sweat-soaked white shirt. The thin fencing swords cut... Wait, why does they have white shirt, but that's clearly like a tunic that's kind of darker than that?
I don't know.
Anyways, through the air, the thin fencing swords cut through the air so quickly, you only see glints of flashing steel like lightning in a storm. You do your best to remember all the feints and tricks you see tonight. They will come in handy when you earn your own sword.
I'm looking at this, and maybe like this part, like the arm is white, and then there like this part, the shirt underneath is white, and then this tunic is probably like some other color, maybe. But maybe it's like, oh, he gets sliced in the arm, and then you can see. Maybe
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for this game. Oh my god!
Looks white.
I was gonna say, like, this guy looks like a total antagonist, dude. Are you sure this isn't like Sephiroth or something? Like, oh my god.
But a tall, young Arcadian enters the room. He barges in from behind you and leaps into the arena, and the two fencers, thus ending the duel. Oh, wait, in between the two fencers, thus ending the duel. Okay, that's read a little bit more. With flow, I guess. He bears a coat of arms with a griffin, and the Arcadian hails from the great dynasty of Orgriff. Yeah, Arcadian's voice booms as he challenges everyone in the audience to a duel. He sneers smugly. If you consider yourself nobles, then how you face an Arcadian noble, lord in honorable combat. I said Lobel.
Lobel?
Because I read Lord and Honorable at the same time.
Yep.
No one moves. No one dares step forth. A duel with an Arcadian is suicide, especially if that Arcadian hails from one of the great dynasties. Such a duel will end in a lesser death at best, or with a true death through trial and execution at worst. Everyone knows the punishment for spilling blue blood, and so everyone remains silent. The Arcadian grins, so humans are cowards, he says. You will never be true nobles if you never risk a lesser death. An Arcadian honor and tradition is not for you. A war is not your domain either. For human nobles are but a mockery, a gathering of animals dressed to resemble higher beings. A man leaps into the arena. He is tall as a tree, and pockmarked face is white with rage and covered with scars. Okay, it's the same two people again.
I was gonna say these literally the same two people.
There are whispers of reverence in the audience. This is the Marth from Fire Emblem?
Yeah, man, it's, I think it's this guy right here, right? Marth
Foresti, the owner of the club. He has accepted the challenge for all the honor of all the human. For the honor of all human nobles. He has yearned to fight an Arcadian all his life. Now is his chance. The duelers salute each other, and Sir Foresti begins with an attack, a lunge, a jab, another, and then another. I just thought of like the Game Grumps. I missed.
Oh yeah.
And the young Arcadian deflects each attack like he knows his opponent's every move. Sir Foresti's eyes twitch with tension. The owner of the club lunges again, but Arcadian deflects his sword and rips his weapon out of the human's hands. Marth Foresti looks at the Arcadian in confusion, then bows his head in recognition of his defeat. The Orgriff youth flashes a proud, superior grin. His fencing sword lifts the sleeve of his defeated opponent. It bears 3 black marks of a lesser death. Now the young Arcadian eyes Sir Foresti with the mockery of sadness and and compassion. Why? It appears the poor, overeager ex-commoner is now on his last life.
Ooh.
Foresti shudders and asks the Orgriff youth to be kind and spare his life, nobleman to nobleman. Arcadian faces grows dark and grim. His sword stabs deep into Foresti's chest. Then, where the Orgriff's youth speak loud enough for everyone to hear, he is the only noble in the hall, he says. And everyone who saw this must forget the dueling club ever existed and leave this place never to return.
Aw, man.
The nobles scowl, dress reluctantly, and leave with quiet resentment. No one dares to defy an Arcanian openly. The noble gathering disperses outside.
I bet this was one of those things that if
It's
we
the rat
went
and the
to-
cat again.
It's the exact same one, you know? They're on their weekly, weird...
Mouse hunt.
Yeah, sure. Or they're just gonna, do some weird furry shit or something. I was gonna say, watch this, because we chose to go to the dueling club, right? And then this Arcanian comes in and then basically, hashtag cancels the entire event, right? So I wonder if this would have happened if we didn't go to this one. We go to the salon and then suddenly the Arcanian guy shows up there and just starts stabbing people. Oh, jeez.
You return to your lodging house, lost in thought. Arcadians stand far above humans. They do not care if you were a commodore or high-ranking noble. In their eyes, you are only a human. It seems there is nothing that can readily oppose an Arcadian's power. They are the masters of the world, and humans are pale reflections of them at best. Mediocre fighter.
Oh, yeah.
The trip to the dueling club ended on a grim note, but you learned a lot from watching Eterna's best duelers in action. You recall their lunges and blocks before you go to sleep, rather than the master of the dueling club being murdered in cold blood.
Yeah, so we're at a 10 now. We're a mediocre fighter, which is cool because we didn't fight at all. We just watched somebody fight.
Yeah.
And I guess that means we got better at fighting. I guess. I feel like you haven't played, or you played a little bit of Yakuza, right?
Yeah.
Yakuza 0? Yeah, so when Kiryu learns a new move or a new form change, basically, all he does is he just watches the person, and then he's I can't remember what he says. It's oh shit, or something like that. But I don't know, maybe our character is just Kiryu, man. He just watches people fight, and he's oh shit, and then becomes a better fighter, I guess. Potentially. Maybe.
I watched up until... I played until just after the other guy you play as.
Majima.
Majima, there you go.
Yeah.
I played it until after him and got back to Kiryu and then played a bit more, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's still so much to the game. I spent so much time on that game just doing side missions and little things like that. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. Definitely worth live streaming if we ever get to that point, for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of good jokes in it from what I remember.
Hilarious jokes.
Yeah.
So good.
Year 1135 spring, the Code of Laws. You are on your way to the largest library in Eterna to study for your entry exams. It is right next to the college. The streets are full of people. Everybody is excited. You hesitate for a few seconds, then you let curiosity get better of you and head towards the place where you will soon study. Before long, you hear the shouting. The great counselor is about to give a speech about the future of the empire. I need a drink of water.
Do it. Chug, 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 chug. Actually, oh, darn, I was going to switch it right over to when you were drinking.
Nope.
And just go chug, 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 chug.
that was too much. You cannot possibly miss this. You mix with the crowd and soon find a convenient place to listen and watch what fuck. A place to listen and watch what is about to unfold. On the steps of the college, you see a small tribune guarded by two Arcanians armed with swords. This is the first time you have ever seen an Archnean guard standing guard, let alone two of them. The doors of the college open and reveal a stately Archnean surrounded by an honor guard. It is he, Cornelius Tempest, great chancellor of the empire, younger brother of an emperor himself. He heads for the tribune and casts a look over the square. It is full of people in awe and utter silence.
Long ago, humans witnessed the Archneans' arrival, not revival, they didn't die. I mean, the two nations built the empire side by side. The provinces joined us one by one, and Magra was the final province to attain the absolute might and majesty of the blessed Archnean Empire. Yet,
when you said revival,
Yeah.
it made me think of Korean's Clearwater Revival, or
CCR?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's old school, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's my grandma's favorite band, or one of her favorite bands.
Oh, dude, they're good.
So I listened to them a lot when I was a kid.
Nice. I played a lot of them in Rock Band.
Yep.
Like a lot, and yep, good times, good times. Yet there was another great event long before that. 1,000 years ago, the twins had graced us with their presence. With their arrival, the twins granted us their will. They showed us their love and their law and their big penises. I mean, they granted us knowledge of what awaits us in the hereafter. They chose the dynasty of Tempest to rule the empire, and from that day forth our dynasty has ruled this land, ordained by the gods themselves. However, it is our duty to the twins not to seek power for power's sake, but rather to lead the empire to further prosperity. And so the great Imperial Council is soon to review and adopt a new set of laws called the Creed. Whoa, CCR is coming, man. Under the Creed, all estates will be granted rights. Under the Creed, there will be one law for all Imperial citizens to obey, human or Archnean, from the lowliest commoner to the Emperor himself. The strife among the estates will end. A single law will resolve all of our quarrels. Glory to the Empire.
I think it's been like 35 minutes.
It has, but
Yeah.
Brent, why don't you finish these last 3 sentences and we'll call it an episode.
All right. This is the great chancellor throws his arms into the air like he just doesn't care. The crowd murmurs and applauds in approval. Cornelius Tempest casts another look over the crowd and leaves.
Oh my god, I just imagine him like totally, after giving that great speech, he just throws his arms up and he's like, yay! And everyone murmurs and applauds like, good. He's enjoying himself up there, that's good. Oh my god, Brent, I need you to read this line because I can't save, so... Oh wait, technically,
Okay.
I guess we're technically doing another episode right after this, so...
Yeah.
Whatever, it's 3 more lines, you can do it.
The crowd disperses and the sound of agitated discussion everywhere. Is it true that the Emperor's dynasty seeks to grant equal rights to all estates? What will happen to the empire then?
Dun dun dun. Power +2. Hell yeah. Well, you know what? Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this episode...
Oh, it's a girl from the past.
What?
It's this girl from your past.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh.
What a cliffhanger, I guess.
Yeah, right? Super duper cliffhanger. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button and the bell, and just do what you do for other people, but do it for us. Do it for us, the Rawkward gamers over here. You know you want to hit that subscribe button, do it. Hey Brent, tell him to do it.
Do it.
Yeah. That's right.